What's happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. We have new electric Callboy, and as you can see in the background, I've got this place on wheels. The party lights are on. Hopefully this is going to be a good time, but then again, you just never really know with this band, because the last song they did, or the last video they released, was a cover of Linkin Park's Crawling, which is not a fun time at all. But then before that was Elevator Operator. This one's called Revery, and Revery's making me think that this might be a little bit sad. But then again, it's Electric Callboy. The party lights are on. Let's party. Okay, it's fun vibes. It looks like the Landmarks visuals that they've been using for their new album. Hardstyle kicks, let's go! Catchy. What the fuck is that? So are we going electronic or are we going metal breakdown? You never know. Both. There's a riff. There's also a synth building right out. There's drums. Whoa! It's like a Falling in Reverse song. If Falling in Reverse didn't take themselves so seriously. That's gonna get stuck in my head for sure. This feels like an Avicii song or something. This could be the start of an Avicii song for sure. And then the... I never made that connection. Okay, we're back, baby. We're going to listen to this song again. What I've been doing recently on my channel as a bit of a format, instead of like having this real clean, polished review where I go through all my points, I'm just going to listen to the song again. Now, I have had another listen just to kind of allow it to sink in. First listen is just for like letting your body feel it. Second listen is a little bit more technical. And the third listen, which we're doing right now, is a little bit more of a blend of the two, where I kind of like still allow myself to get into the flow of it. Electric Callboy are a very fun, feely band that you just have to let yourself feel. This sounds mental, this whole sentence, but I'll continue. So you have to kind of like allow yourself to just move along and dance to it. Don't take it too seriously. But also, I guess what we're here to do is also break down the song from a more technical and I guess just the actual intricacies of the music, as opposed to just like, ooh, disco, boom, boom, disco, bop, bop, good, good, let's go, bye. You know what I mean? So we're going to actually go through it a little bit more and just discuss and see if there's even things that I haven't already heard in the second listen and the first listen. So let's go.
Hush, my darling, can you see the midnight sun? Midnight sun, close your eyes.
Again, this whole like vocal section could be the start of like a radio hit that you've heard in the past by like the likes of Avicii. You know, the Avicii is the one that comes to my head straight away. Just like this undeniable vocal melody that just, even though it can be a bit annoying, just kind of gets into your head. And then all of a sudden you find yourself walking down the street later on. You're like, hush, my darling, I can see the baba. Like, I don't even know what the lyrics are, but the melody is stuck in my head. Good start.
It's time to dream, the night has come.
There's like a droning wow. And then, see, this is what I like about Electric Callboy as well, is that the riser that you can hear in the background that's very bubbly and EDM filled. EDM filled? Doesn't really make any sense, but you know what I mean? That's a very EDM riser. Like, we do have risers like this in metal music, but it's usually just to key up like a particular transition into like maybe another verse or a chorus. But this one is like, you know, violence is about to happen in EDM, except usually it's like, and then complete dropout, silence, and then like that'll be the call out, like state of emergency, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's just what EDM is for the most part, okay? That's what I grew up listening to, so hearing all these things in a different context is always fun. Also, can someone please sample that and make that a song of me going, state of emergency, blah, blah. Anyways, so this riser that you can hear in the background is fun because obviously with Electric Callboy, and this is a lot of the charm with this band, is that the fundamentals of what we've just heard is very EDM. It's dance music. Like, that sounds like the start of a dance music song, or like a really popular dance music song, like something on the radio, like Avicii. And the riser is like, okay, we're going to go into this bomb, 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 like this kind of rave music. But that's where you never know. That's what kind of keeps you on your toes. Are they going to go full force into that slamming like breakdown that we got, or like a big riff, or like a, you know, heavy guitars or drums? Or are we going to go down the electronic route? And that's kind of what always keeps this band entertaining for me. Musically, sometimes they're not really for me, but with this kind of stuff, I think that is like a detail that does keep you on your toes a lot of the time, because there's so many realms and possibilities that I'm sure this band hasn't even touched on themselves in the past. Like, there's just such an endless realm of possibilities within the world of EDM. And then obviously if you blend that with the world of, we'll call it metalcore adjacent when it comes to the heavier stuff with the guitars, there's just so many different crossovers that they can do. So anyway, you hear this riser building. And then also there's another thing that's very like hard style music and rave music, is there's another like synth line that has like a low pass filter on it that's building as well. So that we have the more, I guess, the higher frequency, but then we also have like there's another layer that's building that has some kind of like a low pass filter on it, where it's like, so those two are building together. And again, it's giving this impression that it's going to go into an EDM song, but it's Electric Callboy, so it isn't. Full band comes in, screaming. The little drop out there is pretty cool. Then it sounds like we are no longer getting acoustic drums, and I think it's more of a electronic kick that they've got. This is more of like a kind of a dance music. That kick that they have going on here, is that right? No, we still got it. We still got the acoustic drums. There was a little drop out there. This riff here is sick. Okay, hold on. Let me bring this whole section back. There is a section. There is that section. Now that may be done with an acoustic drum set. I don't know. They don't have the drums on the screen. But that dropout is definitely different to the drums that follow. So I think that's more of an electronic drum that's being placed into that. Again, there's just such a cool fusion of the two. Yeah, it's like that little moment of space. Now, in most metalcore songs, that would probably just be like pure space where the instruments would all be taken away. But obviously with these guys, they kind of continue to just hit you with energy. So it's like, oh, you're not actually going to get a moment. Even though there's a bit of space, it's still almost like you're standing outside a club listening. This whole riff section here is sick as well. That's something that I haven't really heard much from this band, is like fun riffs. And this kind of reminds me of some of the riffs that we heard on the Falling in Reverse album for sure. Love that. The little slide in the guitar. If you guys know me, you know that I'm a very simple man to please when it comes to riffs. If you include a slide in a riff, 9 times out of 10, I'm probably going to lose my mind over it. Like just that slide, just setting it all up, just feels so fluid. And again, anytime I only discussed this in a Ghost reaction video that I did recently, where Ghost, the band, are very good at creating riffs that are full of feel, and the way they kind of build those riffs is via a lot of these like fun slides that they continuously have in the middle of different notes that they're playing on the guitar. So they'll be like, they're always finding the way to like slide up and down the fretboard. It just gives the feel of the riff so much more emotion. I don't know, it just makes it feel less robotic when there's more slides. That's just me. Maybe some people don't enjoy it as much, but obviously this is harder to feel because of the amount of layers that are going on here, whether it be the synth work, whether it be like the screams, whether it be the drums, but it's still fun. Obviously it's a bit lower tuned than something like Ghost, but it still has a feel to it when there's slides, you know. But fun riff, enjoyable, energetic, bouncy. The little vocal effect, back. I think that's, I doubt he's just said that twice. I think that's like a kind of reverb for a second. Yeah, it's like with a sharp cutoff. Like normally with that kind of echo, you'd hear it like back. But they're back. Chop off the tail. I'm sure that probably did reverb out a little bit, but they probably just edited that off. Again, that very hard style. That is like something you'd hear in fucking Climax, the music festival. So nostalgic. He looks like Eric. You know fucking Eric, the YouTuber? What the fuck is going on? Good chorus though. That's definitely a grower. It's good on first listen, but I think that will be one that's like just so undeniable when you hear it a few more times. Great transition out. Again, all these like EDM sensibilities with the risers and the fade outs and shit. Very cool. Okay, so this is obviously where things start to tee up. Now, structurally, I think what these guys lack in creativity from a song structure standpoint, they make up for in melody and just, I guess, creativity in other realms. Like obviously intrinsically their music is pretty creative because it's like meshing two completely different worlds and making it sound like they've always belonged together, like this metal and EDM crossover. It just works so well. But structurally their songs are like, so far it's very predictable in the sense that we had the verse, we had the chorus, we had the second verse. You know, we're obviously in the second chorus now, and it's kind of like into this bridge section now where the video matches that and the big scary monster comes in and then we build up to the breakdown. So in that regard, it's pretty like safe structurally, but they get away with it. I would love them to go like really progressive, keep that like fun, like happy-go-lucky nature that they have to their music, and maybe just try something like go full like prog with it, but also keep it in the same vein. That would be really cool. I'm sure there'll be more stuff like that on maybe an upcoming album. I don't think an upcoming album has been announced yet, but yeah. So yeah, we have our bridge now. So we've had the usual, like, you know, verse, chorus, bridge. This visual is pretty cool. Again, falling into verse vibes, you have to call it. It just, Falling Universe kind of started this trend of very mental. I'm sure there's been bands before, but I know in this space, Falling Universe have really stepped into this world of absolutely mental videos with CGI and shit. This part is cool now. This part is very cool. So that is, there's no acoustic drums here. That is like a hard style kick again. Can you hear it again? Well, there is drums, obviously. Is he playing the kick drums? Can't see from the video. He is actually playing the kick drums. So maybe they've got like a combination of a digital like kick drum, like a hardstyle kick drum, and the actual acoustic drum. Maybe they'll play a variation of that live, but from what I'm hearing, I don't hear. Maybe they've. Is that possible? Actually, it's something I never considered. I don't know the world of drums too well, but is it possible that they have like a digital kick drum set up within the acoustic set where he can play the hardstyle kicks whilst remaining at his acoustic set? So obviously he's playing the crashes or whatever the fuck they're called, the cymbals. He's playing those clearly from the visuals, but you can see his feet going as well. So is there a way that he can, like, I guess just triggers exist, right? Maybe it's just triggered so that the like hardstyle kick drum is being triggered through his set. Again, someone will have to fill me in on this. I don't really know how that works. I don't know if that's how triggers work, but that might be the case. Because to me, that would just be very digital. Like I can hear the dum, 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 dum. That doesn't sound like it's an acoustic set. Like there's no like reverb off it. But I'm seeing him play it in the video. Maybe it's just a thing for visuals. But now I'm thinking about the live performance aspect. How do they do it? Do they just have like a backing track that's playing these hardstyle kicks through a speaker? Or is the drummer actually doing it? Speaking of the drummer, I believe the drummer actually left the band. We did speak to Tank the Tech about this briefly on the Metal Roundup podcast. If you haven't seen that already, go check it out. Tank came on and talked everything, YouTube related and also Electric Callboy. So go and watch that if you haven't already. But yeah, let's keep going. Sick.
You took the loneliness away from me. Don't wanna feel like a puppet. I see a leash, I'm gonna cut it. All I need is
This feels like it's stripped directly from the radio. Like this could be a big hit if it didn't have all the fucking crazy guitars and shit.
I see a leash, I'm gonna cut it. All I need is reverie. You took the loneliness away from
I wonder who's doing those vocals.
Don't wanna feel like a puppet. I see a leash, I'm gonna cut it. All I need is reverie. You will forever be a part of me. Don't wanna feel like a puppet. I see a leash, I'm gonna cut it.
You kind of have to throw away a bit of your, not necessarily like the technical side of your brain, because obviously I can sit here and probably critique it a little bit more, but they're just not that kind of band that you really need to deep too much. I definitely deeped their cover of Crawling a little bit more, where I was a little bit more critical, which I think is fair. I don't take anything back that I said. I think they didn't do a very good job of covering Crawling, to be honest. I was quite critical of their version of that. I know people are saying that like it's their own version, whatever, but it's just such a big song to cover that I don't think it's too far-fetched to say that they didn't nail it. It's a completely different take, it's a unique take, but it kind of, to me, just didn't really land. But this right here is where they're in their wheelhouse. This is them true and true. You have to commend them, man. I mean, they've got melodies in their locker that could easily be on the radio, like we heard in this song, and they choose to go with this crazy blend of metal and like hardstyle and EDM, and it's chaos. So you have to commend it. Credit where it's due. Again, it's kind of crazy to see how big these guys have gotten. Like the views that they pull in on their videos, the monthly listeners that they have, like for such a weird niche of music to be this popular, it's kind of wild, and it says a lot about the state of of metal music at the moment. I think it's in a very good space because there's so many bands that, you know, have so many different unique flavors and sounds, and they're all equally doing as well. You know, we have Sleep Token that are just doing whatever the fuck they want, but they're still like a quote-unquote metal band. These guys have metal elements that are like, you know, fucking huge as well. There's so many bands that are just doing freaky things, and it's working, and it's catching on to a mainstream audience. So keep going, Electric Callboy. I'll be listening. I'm slurring my words here. I'll be listening. And I look forward to seeing what's next. Guys, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Leave a like in the video if you did enjoy, actually. And make sure you're sub to the channel. It'd be much appreciated. I'm signing out. See you in the next one. Cheers.